Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brothers Take podcast, the podcast where nerdy brothers get together each and every week to talk about their interests. And in this week's episode, after a few weeks taking a break from our main topic, which is gaming, we are back in the room to talk gaming. My name is Kris. I'm joined by my brother Eric.
Hello.
And we are back this room to give our take on, or our highlights, I should say, on Gamescom 2025. Many of these highlights will have come from Jeff Keighley's opening night live, but there may have been some extra information and other stuff that was shared during the week from different people's previews and all the different games journalists and content creators and stuff that got to go over to Cologne, go over to Gamescom 2025 and actually get hands-on with some of these games or check out other demos or stuff that wasn't in that show. But I'd say the vast majority of our highlights will have come from that showcase. So yeah, we're going to be sharing our highlights. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be sharing all of the highlights of Gamescom 2025. There could be stuff that we missed, or there could be stuff that's not our personal highlights that may be yours. So if there's something that we don't mention, feel free to get in touch, share what was your highlights, because it could be something that we missed that we might be like, oh shit, I'm going to check that out. That sounds awesome. And also, we'd just love to hear from you guys. So if you're watching YouTube, jump down into the comments to share your take on your highlights of Gamescom 2025. It was actually quite an exciting one, I think. I don't remember opening night live being that long. I always thought it was a shorter show. This kind of felt like Summer Game Fest, like and it had some big reveals. I always thought it was like way quieter than that. I know they announced some of the stuff that they were going to be showing, and even at that, I was like, oh, that sounds way bigger than I remember. Like, you know, when they said they were going to be having Call of Duty and Resident Evil,
Yeah,
and I was like,
well,
I always expect way less.
okay, so I don't really remember last year's
That's what I mean.
Olympics.
I don't think we ever remember any years.
No, that's true. But this one was definitely better than Summer Game Fest.
It was better than Summer Game Fest, I
Because
thought.
I think I said for Summer Game Fest, for Summer Game Fest, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I said that it seemed like Jeff was like really scraping the barrel here to have something to show.
And he seemed more excited this year for this show. I thought he came out with good energy. He seemed excited for it. But we want to hear about your excitement too before we jump into the actual thing. So guys, again, like I said, if you're watching YouTube, jump down in the comments, share your thoughts. If you enjoyed us, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for future content. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take. Again, to give your take on Gamescom 2025. But without further ado, let's share our highlights. So Eric, you were saying in the intro that you felt that this was bigger than Summer Game Fest, or at least or at least the opening night live showcase was bigger than Summer Game Fest this year.
The Jeff Keighley one, which is kicking off the whole thing, which you'd want to be big and good and like wow when you're kicking it off.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you might be a little bit like, oh, is that all? Is that all we're going to be getting for this whole thing? It's just these little game. Well, no, I wouldn't say little games. It probably seems a bit derogative to the work that people put into it. But like, you know, if you don't really have anything that catches you, you might be a little bit turned off to go, oh no, I don't really want to watch anything else then, because is it just going to be that? So this one was I thought quite good showcase.
Yeah, I think there was for me personally, everyone's going to be different. People are going to have different highlights. I think it started really strong. Then I think there was a big lull in the middle where it was like, okay, now it feels like it's going on a bit, and I'm not really digging these games, and then at the end it picked up my interest again. So that's how I felt the show thing went. But I suppose we're not going to be talking about everything, and we're not going to be and then to show this and then to show that. We're going to be sharing just the games that were either at this or shown throughout the week that I think were the highlights of the show for us personally. And I just want to start with, even if it's not a game that we would personally play, given that I don't think either of us have played the first one, but Jeff started the show with acknowledging that Hollow Knight Silksong will be releasing this year.
Yes.
Then at Gamescom, people were able to play it. So people have shared kind of previews and stuff of it. And then Cherry Bomb released a trailer during the week with an official release date of September 4th, which is really soon.
Mm.
And when it actually launches, then that's when I'm going to put the green tick on my bingo card of predictions that Hollow Knight Silksong will actually release this year. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. I'm really excited for that, just to have that prediction right. And if you're out there and you're one of the Hollow Knight Silksong like fans who's been eagerly anticipating what is easily one of the most anticipated games, full stop. Like this is a, to be honest, if he had this at the end, it would have got a much bigger reaction than what he did have at the end, which was also exciting. But I think Hollow Knight Silksong release date would have
Yeah,
gone wild.
for sure, yeah.
But yeah, let us know if you're one of the people that is really excited to now be like, oh, we have a release date and it's very soon.
Pretty cool. It's almost like as good as when you get those games, you know, usually they're Xbox games where it's like available now on Game Pass. And it's like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty exciting stuff. Like,
yeah, yeah.
or when you had, I mean, with the GTA 6, I know obviously it got pushed, but when it was like coming out next year, it's like, what? But this is like next month,
Yeah.
in
Well,
two
in
weeks.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fucking
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah,
And that's
is there something else that's releasing around that? I feel like September 4th, there was definitely like something else releasing that date that was in my
oh.
mind and I can't remember what it was.
There is something releasing in September very soon. Might have been on our radar. It wasn't Ghost of Yotei. That's October,
Yes.
which they gave us another trailer for that with the announcement
Yes. Okay,
of.
hold on. Are we talking Ghost of Yotei now then?
Well, I might as well. I
I,
just
I
mentioned
I
it.
like to segment it for sort of, well, first of all, it helps me with the
Apologies.
timestamps. But secondly,
Apologies.
yes, Ghost of Yotei. Right. Okay. So the
Right.
games that actually caught our eye then that we're going to play. Ghost of Yotei, they have a trailer. You're like, yep, cool. You're just reminding me that it's coming out. You watch the trailer, it's like, there's a grand trailer. It's told me
Mhm.
nothing new, though.
No.
There's really no need for this trailer here at all. And then, for a moment, there's a bit of red smoke, and immediately I went, Legends! It's fucking Legends, they're gonna do it! And then obviously it came up, and it was Legends mode. I was like, fuck yes, let's go! And so they've, announced officially that Ghost of Yotei will also have a cooperative Legends mode, free for anyone who has the base game.
Hmm.
I was like, they could easily go money grab on this and charge extra
Yeah.
for it, but
They're not.
I'm glad they're not.
But that's how you do. That's the type of tactic, right? And there are other game companies that do this. That builds trust
Hmm.
with the community, and the community then would be willing to pay for, I don't know, like cosmetics or whatnot, as almost like a sort of thank you for, like, well, thank you for this game, and then thank you for the gifts as well of something like a free multiplayer or whatever else, like updates and stuff like that for new modes. While other companies don't know that, and they just seem to like try to money grab on every single opportunity. But yes, I think we knew Legends mode was going to be in this,
Yeah,
but
it's just
nice to
nice.
see that it's, yeah.
Yeah, and also I agree with and I would, so when they did it last time, I think the Legends mode released in like January, because I remember us playing it like pretty early on in the year, like
Yeah, it was
maybe or
around, definitely
maybe
around
it was.
Christmas or something like that, or
Yeah, maybe it was actually December, and then we're playing it over the Christmas break or something like that.
yeah.
So I do hope that they release it relatively early in the year because it's a really good time to jump in and play that. But it's nice that at launch the focus will be on the campaign
Mm-hmm.
and the open world and the world they've created, and you're not gonna have like people jumping into Legends mode first, almost like a Call of Duty Zombies type thing, where it's like they never even played a campaign, and it just kind of feels like a weird, like a, oh, I don't feel like I gel with the other gamers because we're all playing this game for completely different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's nice that we're gonna go in. Atsu's story will take the main focus first, this revenge thriller in this beautiful world that they've crafted. And then a few months later, when we've definitely finished the game, it's like, okay, now it's time for some new shit.
Hmm.
And like a cooperative fun mode. And like the Legends mode in Ghost of Tsushima is
It's pretty good.
incredible.
It's very, especially for a free mode. Free mode is brilliant.
Yeah, I think that made our. Maybe it was just an honorable mention because it wasn't a full game, or maybe we actually gave it the entry point. But when we were doing our top 5 cooperative games of all time, I think we actually threw Ghost of Tsushima Legends mode in there.
We might have done, or we might have been. I feel like that would have been an honorable mention comparing considering the amount of other
I
multiplayer
don't
modes.
know. I think I might have said no. It's in my top five.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll have
It is a
to.
very good
That was
mode.
actually earlier this year. But I should remember that. But anyway, yeah. So obviously we're very excited for Ghost of Yotei and Legends mode. I think
Hmm.
Ghost of Yotei is the next big game for the two of us, really.
Yeah, yeah.
That we're looking forward to. If you're looking forward to it too, guys, do let us know. What was another game, Eric, that caught your eye in particular from Gamescom?
Okay, so I don't think this would have really like maybe caught your eye. I don't know if I talked about this on podcast. Actually, I'm not sure. But I have been singing its praises this year.
Okay.
So they gave us now a trailer for the sequel to Lords of the Fallen,
Yes,
which I thought was a pretty fucking sick trailer.
I was watching the show
Uh,
and I was like, and again, especially in the first half hour, I was like, oh, Eric is gonna love this. Like there was a few things I was like, oh, this is like Eric is gonna really fucking love this.
hmm.
And then I saw Adam kind of posting, I can't remember which trailer it was,
It
but he
was Dawn
posted,
of War 4.
yeah, yeah, and I was like, oh man, this is what's gonna happen, and it's all gonna get spoiled on him. You're gonna go on YouTube, you're gonna see the thumbnails everywhere for everything,
Well,
and
in
that'll
fairness,
be it,
most of the thumbnails were actually Resident Evil, obviously.
which we will get to later.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that was most of the thumbnails. So I don't think I did see anything for Lords of the Fallen 2.
great, good, because I wanted that to be that you just see it and you go, oh shit, because I knew that that would catch your eye.
Yeah, so that's a game that and another. So these two games are Souls like. So I'm just gonna talk about this for a moment, just because honestly, the Lords of the Fallen that this is now a sequel to, which is kind of a successor to the previous one. Well, no, it is actually.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lords of the Fallen that I played this year is a sequel to the Lords of the Fallen that I played a few years earlier.
Yes,
And
yeah,
now we're getting Lords of the Fallen 2, which is a sequel to Lords of the Fallen, which is a sequel to Lords of the Fallen. They kind of messed up their name and scheme there. But anyway,
yeah.
um,
So Lords of the Fallen 2 is actually the third game, is what you're saying.
yeah, this is almost like Goat Simulator 3 being the fucking sequel to Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
um, I fucking love it. It's actually it's a good thing we probably don't have a huge following of Soulsborne fans or From Software fans because I prefer Lords of the Fallen
Yeah,
to
that's
the
I think that's
to the
okay
From.
though.
Well, you know how kind of zealous people can get about things that they love. Um, but I actually prefer it because it has that same nice balance of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Your difficulty and you have to just the balancing, figuring out the tactics of the enemy, what are they weak against, and what's your strengths and stuff like that, while also having a coherent story.
Mm.
It's not a story that you have to be like, oh, I have to piece the shit together and maybe I no. It's pretty normal. Like it's there's a demon god that's coming back, and you have to stop him, or you can decide not to, or you can decide to go down a different path. There's like three different endings, and it's totally up to you how you want to go about it. But it's a pretty coherent thing. You have
Yeah.
God, you have the devil, then you have the realm of the dead, and God obviously wants you to put the devil away. The devil wants to get out and reclaim the world it once ruled. And then the dead land, I don't know what the fuck they're up with, but they're fucked up. So and then with this trailer, I mean the design, the whole
The designs look
crucifixion,
fucking
the
amazing.
crucifixion thing, the one with the wings made out of hands. I was like, that's sick. This looks very cool. I'm very intrigued by this one.
I'm taking
So
as well and they had it in Latin or Italian, but the Divine Comedy game,
right,
which
I was like,
which has had a similar aesthetic. And when it first started, I was like, "Is this Dante's Inferno?" As in like the old Dante's
yeah,
Inferno
yeah, yeah,
game.
sequel
Like
to it.
I was like, "Is this like a sequel or is it a reboot of it or whatever?" Like there's certainly a Dante's Inferno. Obviously, people are gonna be like, "Yeah, Dante's Inferno is part of the Divine Comedy." It's like, no, I mean the game Dante's Inferno.
One
I,
released on
there
PS3 and
is
Xbox
there
360. Like,
there is a similar aesthetic here. Like the
right.
character looks like they're in that game, that
Hmm.
version of the Divine Comedy. But yeah, that looked cool. I imagine that's going to be a Soulsborne like game.
And you know what? That's a game where that works.
Well, yeah, you're going into the depths of hell, and you're going to be punished for it. You know.
Yes, I remember actually when that trailer started, and the whole thing's written in Latin,
Mm.
and then it just goes Dante Alighieri, and I was like, this would really fucking help if this was English. I haven't a clue what that's saying. Thought nothing of it
Wow. Okay.
until I saw the person with the sword and the beast, and I was like, that's really cool with the mount thing. Wait a minute. Is this the Divine Comedy? Is this that as a fair enough? And then when the writing came out, I was like, holy fuck, it's a Divine Comedy. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, it's a cool. Like we'll have to see more of it, obviously, but it's a cool thing to be referencing, I suppose, in any kind of game.
And if that is how the gameplay looks, that looks very cool.
Yeah.
Because they were saying
cool.
this is in gameplay stuff, and it's like that looks very cool and cinematic.
Yes.
Cool if you could pull it off.
Just on the kind of Souls-like things.
Yeah, so we've now talked about Hollow Knight, Lords of the Fallen, and now the Divine Comedy.
But also there was the reveal of an anime.
Yes,
for
there
Sekiro.
was.
And
Yes.
I'm curious. I was wondering, did that catch your eye at all? I haven't played Sekiro. You have. Like, is its world interesting enough that as an anime, it's kind of an exciting thing?
I did not get that far.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I think I really technically was still on like Act 1. If you want to break into acts, like I think I was still on Act. I think I was at like the end of Act 1, and I was like, you know what? Not for me. The game felt like it didn't feel like a From Software game. It felt like someone trying to copy them by doing the whole like, oh, if we just make our game really hard, we've now made a successful.
It's so wild, isn't it? Because like it was obviously highly popular because it won Game of the Year that year at the Game Awards and stuff, and Jeff acknowledged that before unveiling the anime, obviously. But yeah, I'd be curious to see how this works as an anime. Personally, for me, of the adaptations that were shared, I thought the animation was cool, but I'm not as into Sekiro as I would be into the other adaptation that was shared, which is of course Fallout Season 2 coming this December. I didn't realize it was coming this soon, and I was like,
yeah, that's pretty.
Fuck yeah! I wish it was dropping all at once, though. I'd love to binge it.
True, but I'm also like, you get to watch maybe Stranger Things Season 5, then Fallout, then Stranger Things, then Fallout, then Stranger Things, then Fallout. I was like, this is a crazy Christmas because of the.
Yeah, I hear you. It won't really work that way with release schedule, though. It'll be
yeah.
You get to watch Stranger Things and then Fallout.
What? Oh, it's December 28th.
Like the first part of Stranger Things is 5 is in November. And then the next part I think is Christmas, and the next part is New Year. So sorry, there will be 2 bits either side of Fallout episodes, but other than that, yeah. But either way, yeah, look, something to look forward to
that
watch.
one, yeah. So that one intrigued me more than the Sekiro one. I wasn't even that fan of the animation style that they use for Sekiro either.
Oh, okay.
But and then of course not really that much a new game. But that one does make the most sense to adapt from the From Software games because of the fact you have an actual character.
Yes, but how much would people love a Bloodborne anything though?
Man, they could release Bloodborne socks and people would just jizz.
Yeah. Bloodborne coasters.
Yeah, this fucking lose mind. But now the Fallout one, that looks pretty. Could you imagine? But yeah,
looked good. Going to New Vegas looked really cool.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it looks great.
In the trailer, I think it's in the past, so they're still doing the flashbacks for the ghoul, from what I could see from the reveal of the trailer.
Yeah.
And the guy in Las Vegas turns on his seat to talk to the ghoul. I think Cooper's his name. And I was just like, it's Andrew Ryan from BioShock. I was waiting for him to fucking say.
There's a little bit of similarities, I suppose, between BioShock and Fallout, actually, isn't there?
There is, but
there is some crossover.
Now, obviously, I assume that
Fallout
character
is older, and obviously, but yeah.
Yes, I assume that character is from Fallout New Vegas anyway. But that is the first thing that came to my head. I was like, it's Andrew Ryan from BioShock.
It did actually remind me of Andrew Ryan as well.
Did he? Okay, yeah.
I also got that kind of, and for a second, I actually had to like remind myself. I was like, no, Andrew Ryan is BioShock. I did have that moment. But I'm excited for it. Looking forward to it coming out this year. I thought the first season was better than I would have expected from a Fallout adaptation.
For sure, yeah.
And that's not to knock Fallout in any kind of way, but just I just wasn't expecting much because in general I don't expect much from video game adaptations
Hmm.
like at all anyway. So it definitely exceeded my expectations of what a Fallout show could be on Prime. So I am looking forward to season two. But something that really caught my eye at Gamescom 2025 that actually made me sit up in my chair and get excited and giddy and wish it was coming out this year. I don't want it next year. I want it this year. Is Lego Batman
Like I knew you were gonna say it.
Legacy of the Dark Knight.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Not only was it, a fun trailer or whatever, and you kind of go, oh, look at this, what the fuck? But there's been you can watch like full demos, people playing like a good half-hour chunk of the game,
Hmm.
like people who went to Gamescom to play it, or just even listen to people's previews of what they all have to say about it. The fact that I mean, we all are. The
Hmm.
brothers are big Batman fans. I am a massive Batman fan, and to have anything Batman related at all actually usually catches my eye. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a bit of a Batman stan in a way.
Hmm.
It's kind of like even the worst Batman stuff I kind of like. Um, but to have this parody, I suppose, of all things Batman, kind of in the same way as like the Lego Batman movie,
Hmm.
but to include a parody of the Arkham games
Yes.
is the thing that excited me the most. Like when he's in the trailer, and obviously I've seen it more so watching the demo, like him going up on the gargoyles, gliding around, stealth takedowns, detective mode mini games, the countering. It's obviously not as fluid or as combat heavy as the actual Arkham games. Like it's still a Lego game, and I
Hmm.
think people have stressed that. It's like if you go into this thinking it plays like an Arkham game, you'll be a little bit disappointed. But it does have Arkham DNA. Like it's
Yeah,
clearly
it's
touching on it.
influence, but it's still
It's still a
it's
Lego game.
yeah. Well, I mean, it looked great. It looked fun. I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, that's amazing that they're doing the
It's when
Arkham
he
game.
sprayed the gel on the wall. That's when I went, oh, they're doing like they're actually mimicking Arkham as well. That's so good. Like it
Only
was,
at that point?
yeah. I don't know. For some reason, it didn't really. At first, I was just like, oh, cool. They're doing all the movies. Like they're doing the Batman, and they're doing,
Yeah.
and even with the thuds and stuff, it's like, oh, that's like Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Like they're literally doing everything. But when he did the actual spraying of the bat gel to then blow up the wall, I was like, that's that's straight out of an Arkham game. That's so good.
I got it when it was
When
I
he's
think he
gliding.
glided down and then he like or1 and he hit someone and then like the way he did the stealth takedowns and then the combo attacks.
Yeah.
Pretty much the entirety of all the gameplay. I was like, that's Arkham. That's Arkham gameplay
And
with Lego
I
Batman.
love the Arkham gameplay. Like
Yes, it's brilliant.
it's like to me it's a shame that there isn't more games like it. Um
Because it
and
makes
if
it
this is the
feel like Batman.
closest thing, if this is the closest thing we can get to an Arkham game, but also I love the Lego games.
Lego games are good fun.
I've always enjoyed the Lego games, and I think they're really in a similar way to Mario games. They are good like family games where it's like
Hmm.
all ages can enjoy it in some way, shape, or form. Like there is puzzles, there is gameplay mechanics, but it's never too punishing. It's and the satire and the comedy in it is like usually for all ages type thing. I'm fucking really excited for this. And I'm excited to see what version then, because they're mashing everything up. I think they're going to do like they're doing the Dark Knight Rises version of Bane, or they're doing Heath Ledger's Joker with a mix of Jack Nicholson's Joker a little bit as well.
Hmm.
Um, Even the Penguin then was a mix of Danny DeVito and Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
the idea. I fucking bet you anything they're going to do the Arkham Scarecrow.
Ooh, which
I'd
one?
say they're going to do like a Lego
You
version
know,
of the Scarecrow break the screen thing
what would be, what would be
as a deep cut
fantastic,
reference. It'd be so
right?
good.
Because you're going to have Matt Berry to be Bane, which is like that's hilarious choice.
Yes, yeah, and I can't wait to see who the rest of the voice cast are.
If they did the Arkham Scarecrow,
Yeah.
right? But let's say that they use the design from like Arkham Asylum because he's a little bit more comic
Yes,
booky and stuff like
that
that.
would be the better one. Yeah. But do John Noble's voice.
But do John Nolan's voice. That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
Because
it's so
he'd be
good.
so fucking menacingly serious.
Yes, but
But
it's
he's
Lego.
Lego.
Yeah, I think with some of the villains as well. Like, and I think they'll do the Batman version of Riddler this time because they've kind of done the Jim Carrey one before.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and I do think it'll just be kind of funny to see it in Lego. Like, yeah.
It would be funny, especially because like Heath Ledger's Joker is quite scary, I suppose. You know,
Yeah,
this guy, and then that's the one that they're going with.
yeah.
It's so funny.
So I'm really excited for this. And my only shame was, especially when you get it at this time, you kind of feel like it's not too early to advertise it for coming out like this Christmas or something.
Would be a great Christmas game. Yeah.
Like it'd be such a fun Christmas game to play. That's not to say that means, oh well, now I'm not interested in it because I have to wait till next year. It's just that I look forward to, like, I'm really looking forward to go see Yotei, and personally there's not much else this year that I'm looking forward to
Yeah, well, there is
that I know
Mafia: The
about.
Old Country that had come out. If you
That's
wanted
out.
to- yeah. There's
Yeah,
definitely
hasn't
something
really caught my eye.
this
But
September, and why am I not remembering it?
well, there's Silent Hill F
Oh yeah, that. I think
that
that's what I'm thinking of.
again, and there was a trailer for that actually during
But
this as well,
Konami
and it
is
kind of put me
not-
off. But I like that Susie Young is playing the.
Who is she again? That name sounds
That's
familiar.
Yuffie from the remake trilogy.
Nice. I know what
Yeah.
I was actually listening to, just sidetracking now from just because you mentioned Yuffie. You know what I listened to recently?
That's
You know her song in Gungaga, which is like, I'm so bored. She does her song.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
She's
pretty-
great. She's
she's
great.
great.
But yeah, so Lego Batman was for me a surprise because none of us knew about it,
No.
and it was one of the standout games for me as well. It's one of my more anticipated games next year.
Nice.
I'm really
nice.
excited
Is
for
that
Lego
more than GTA 6?
No, no. There's nothing I'm anticipating more than GTA 6. And that includes how excited I am for Resident Evil, which we'll talk about later. But there is nothing I'm more excited for than GTA 6.
I do this to me, man. You're a
I
Batman
just-
stan. You're a Batman
I know.
stan.
I
This
know.
is the legacy of the Dark Knight, and you're all like, nah, GTA 6. You don't even know if that's gonna be good,
Hey,
man.
yeah, but if I do my top 5, like a Batman's in the top 5 now.
Yeah, but you know what? That's cheap. That's like all the games coming out next year anyway.
No, I think everything moved from this year to next year, actually. I think 2026. We said at the start of the year 2025 is going to be stacked, right? And the start of the year was, like, up to May it was.
Yeah.
And it has quietened down. And I feel like 2026 is actually going to be stacked.
Yeah. Did they all move their games to 2026 when they were like, oh, GTA is in 2025, we better move it to 2026, you know?
I think they slowed down a little bit, thinking, well, there's no point in trying to even, like, slot it in this year. We might as well. So some of them might even move into 2027 now. I don't know.
Yeah, GTA 6, I was like, we're actually moving to 2026. Like, for fuck's sake.
I did
We're
see
getting away from you, dude.
I did see a funny post though that like someone said, "How crazy is this? We're getting Hollow Knight Silksong before GTA 6. That's mad." The two of them seem to be the games that were always like, "When are they coming?"
In fairness, all right. In fairness, okay. That's not too bad, right? Getting Silksong, that's great, right? But we're getting Silksong. We're getting GTA 6. We're getting like a Sekiro anime, right? We're getting all these other things, right? We're getting another fucking Divine Comedy. Who would have thought? Before Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We're getting Fallout Season 2 before there's even Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6 will
That's
come
never
out
happened.
in the future at some point. But yeah, so yeah, Lego Batman, big surprise. Were there anything else catch your eye before we get into any Capcom stuff?
Let me just get up the list there for you, Chris. Just to
man.
make sure, to be sure. Okay, so
man.
like Dawn of War 4.
Yes.
Pretty cool. That's pretty nice. That's
Yes.
quite a surprise, other than the fact that being spoiled for me by Adam. But I suppose
He
Adam
didn't know. He didn't know.
and
He just wanted to share the excitement of
Yes.
look at this. But even like, literally when it came on, I went, "Oh my god, Adam and Eric are gonna fucking love this." Not that I wasn't excited, but I was like, they are gonna be particularly excited for this.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, it is not for Mac, and that is all me and Adam have. So we're just gonna have to look at videos of other people playing it.
Well, you could pick up the Xbox Handheld, which during Gamescom got its release date of October 16th, and that will be able to play Windows games on it. So actually, you
True,
could play it
but
on that, but it'll also probably cost a fortune.
yes, and also RTS games and something like that.
Look, I don't know. You said you played Age of Mythology on the Xbox. How was that? Did it work? Did it
Yeah, but that
work
was on a
well?
big screen. It's not the controls are the issue; it's the screen
Yeah,
is
it's
the
a
issue.
big screen. It's bigger than the Switch. Like it's not a small
Yeah,
screen
but
or
it's not
anything.
as big as a TV.
No, it's not as big as a TV. I don't know. Look at all I'm saying is I don't look at Dawn of War 4 and go, wow, look at the graphics. That's all I'm saying.
I've seen here what sorry, it's just a couple of interviews where one of the interviews was Silent Hill F devs would like you to stop calling it a Souls-like. I would like to know who's calling this game a Souls-like.
I think the combat does look like a Souls like, and I got put off by it in the new trailer.
It's definitely not. It's just survival horror.
It looked
It's just very melee focused, but
yes, I know, and I get that, but it looked significantly harder to me.
um
I got that impression, and maybe I'm wrong, but other people seem to also have that impression. So there's clearly, and I remember there was like another game that people were saying, don't think of this as a this thing. Um, was it like when?
the Phantom Blade Zero. I remember like
No, it might be when Warner Brothers was at Montreal trying to say, don't think of Gotham Knights as a live service game. It's not. And then it came out and it's like, but it plays exactly like one. Like it might not actually be one, as in it's not.
you're not to pay
You're
to
not paying for
yeah,
costumes
yeah.
and things, but it plays exactly like one. We're getting loot boxes and things like this. So
Yeah.
so even though they're saying it's not a Souls like, it's like, but why does it feel like one? Like it's
Mm,
starting to feel like one. I don't know.
yeah.
I,
Yeah,
I think Silent Hill F's story and aesthetic looks incredible,
mm.
but I will say that last bit of gameplay that we saw made me a bit nervous about. Like I don't know if I would jump into it. I'd want to wait and
Um,
see.
I would. Well, I won't jump into it straight away because I want to play Silent Hill 2 remake first to
Oh,
see
okay,
do I like this game and this world and this
you will like
gameplay?
Silent Hill 2
Okay.
because it plays very like RE2, I would say, just a little less. You're not a badass, and the focus is not on. Even though I know Leon's a rookie at that point, but by the end
Mm.
of it, he's a badass. And
Right.
there's certainly no intention of becoming a badass by the end of Silent Hill 2.
Right. Yeah. No, but
You know?
I still want to just feel like do I connect with it before I pay for that. But I still think it looks good.
Yeah, yeah,
But I do admit that like honestly, Konami is not so far the best at advertising their stuff.
that's true. And actually, because even was it the reviews for MGS Delta are out now,
Yeah.
which is dropping this week in terms of when this is out.
Right. The game?
Yeah, MGS Delta will be out this week.
Well, okay. Okay,
And
fast.
it's reviewing very well, but
Mm.
all of their trailers have been, and all their marketing for it has been even though like it kind of like you should know what it is. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's a remake of Snake Eater exactly as you remember it, but there's still something about the way it's like it's been very unexciting the way
yeah.
they're
I don't know.
marketing it. I don't know why,
It's same
but
with
the reviews are very good. So
same with Silent Hill 2 remake. Like even that
the
looked
marketing was terrible, and yet when it came out, it was like actually this is incredibly good. And even like I still haven't finished it. I was too scared, but I was thoroughly impressed
yeah.
by what I played from that game, and it is one of the scariest games I've ever played personally.
Yeah. So like yeah, again, so it's on till Alpha F. I'm not really gonna jump into it straight away because again, I want to see do I gel with the world. But it is hard with Konami because of the two games they've done.
Hmm.
Yes, they're reviewing well, but because of the way that they advertise, we're still waiting for that moment when are they going to release a game that's not that great?
Yeah,
I suppose. So it's until F. It's you do kind of have to keep an eye on it, wait for the reviews. What do they say about the gameplay? Because it is hard to know. Even with Phantom Blade Zero, you know that game with the guy, he's got the China hat and he's
yes,
being
yeah.
badass and shit. It's
It's
like
so hard to know. Like they're saying it's not a Souls like, but you're like, but it looks like one. It really looks like one.
yeah, and I think it's one of the issues is that it probably does play more like a Devil May Cry, but we're just so used to if a
Everything
person
being
is
kind of Souls like
it's everything being Souls like, and if someone's using a sword and they lock onto an enemy,
Yes.
oh well, it must be Souls like, even though that shit
Yeah.
existed before it was
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Souls like.
Did you know actually on the note of what we've just talked about, The Metal Gear official Twitter X page, whatever you call it,
Yeah.
announced that there is a mode in the Snake Eater remake that is returning that is not in any of the HD versions of Snake Eater. Those who go to sleep in the prison will remember it.
Nice.
They remade that level, and I think they got Platinum Games to remake that level.
That's not in the HD collection?
No, that had to be removed for some reason, I think.
Ah. Ooh. Now it's worth getting. That's it. I pre-ordered the game just for
Well,
that one
apparently,
level.
all I've heard is someone who reviewed the game said that they would have played a whole game of that level. They said that
Nice.
they were like, yeah, I think Platinum Games, who are the guys obviously who made Metal Gear Rising, I think,
Wow.
I think they made that level.
Like, okay, so
I
as
might be
much
wrong. I might be
as
wrong. But
even though it's been off podcast and we are very much getting off topic here, but anyways, fun talk. Even though this is mainly off topic whenever we talk about Metal Gear Rising, we do give it shtick. I actually played the shit out of that game, but that was back in the day when I would literally play anything. I'm much more reserved nowadays. Um,
you should go back to your old ways, man. You should play anything. You should play a game, get to the end of it, and I go, well, how was it? And you have like hundreds of hours, and you go, I hated it.
I played the shit out of Rising because
Yeah,
you
yeah, it was
know
good. Yeah, but the gameplay to that was
the
great.
gameplay was class. It was
Yeah, yeah.
very good, a very good, very innovative gameplay. It just was like,
Just feels weird as a Metal Gear game.
yeah. That's kind of the same as a lot of the Metal Gear games after 4. They all felt
Yeah,
weird,
the entire series has felt
weird.
weird since 4. Yeah.
But yeah. So maybe I'll get 3. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I'm
Uh,
still kind of I want to watch. So some of the reviews I've seen are I like when it's I know the not that I know them, but they're a reviewer that I check out a lot. So like when I get an IGN review, I do like to check them out
hmm.
as to compare. But like when I get an IGN review, because there's so many different people work for IGN, I like the person who reviews it. Then it's like I don't know their tastes. So whereas
Hmm.
when like Jake Baldino reviews something,
Right.
because it's the same guy reviewing, I have an idea of his taste at this point of like, and sometimes what I agree with and what I disagree with, or like the guys are kind of funny. It's a very small panel.
Hmm.
Like I kind of when Greg Miller likes something or dislikes something, or what they call a Greg ass game, I know what that means, and I can kind of determine whether that's for me or
Okay.
not.
For me and any of the audience members who don't know what Greg Ass means, what does that mean? Greg
Usually, a
Ass.
Greg ass game is like a game about family. The Last of Us is a Greg ass game. So
Okay.
where there's like real heart and emotion to it, and it might make you cry. That's a Greg ass game. Or in particular, if it's about like kids growing up, like another one would be like, and they're actually like they would say it when they're doing reactions and stuff. Like the game Mixtape that was coming out, and it's about like the teenagers and a coming of age story,
Right. Yeah.
and it's more about the music and the feeling and the vibes.
Yeah.
Like they were watching the trailer, and go, "Oh, that's a Greg ass game, like right there." you know. So yeah, just certain other games. Then if it's a Tim Geddes game, I'm not as into it, like just because our tastes are a bit different, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
That's
so
fair.
I I do like to check out the reviewers where it's like you have
You
a
know them, yeah.
more
You
you
know
kind of know
them.
what their tastes are, and you kind of
Yeah.
see whether you align with them or not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't really think there was much else that really caught my attention. I know that like when he called on like the Call of Duty people on stage to talk, I actually just skipped over that because I was watching YouTube, and
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so nice. I can skip past this part that I don't really care about.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I watched the when they actually
You're
went
not
into the,
excited for Black Ops 7, no?
believe it or not, as a huge FPS fan,
Yeah.
no.
I'm gonna give it a go because it's gonna be on Game Pass. I played Black Ops 6. You remember when I reviewed it last year, and I was like, "This was fucking weird." I was like, I don't think it's a good Call of Duty game in terms of what I want from Call of Duty, and I think the Call of Duty fan base has so clearly changed, and what people want from Call of Duty is so different to
I
to when I first played a Call of Duty. But in
this
saying that, if I separate it for a moment and I just go, let's just call it Black Ops and let's not call it Call of Duty, and
right.
let's just go, it's a sci-fi game and not a military sim.
Hmm.
Okay, so if I do that, I can then just go, cool, yeah, it's survival horror now. And it did. It scared the shit out of me. So when they're saying they're going to do all this psychological horror shit, I'm like, as a Call of Duty game, I hate that. But as just a game on its own, maybe I would
Yeah,
enjoy it.
I did find it weird though when they were saying we're going to do psychological horror, and it was like you were running across floating islands with giant daggers sticking out of the ground, and I'm just like,
Yeah, scarecrow moments and stuff.
yeah, but I was like, there's nothing psychological horror about that, and I just don't see. Then again, I've never played Black Ops 6, so maybe I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think they're just
Maybe
not showing that. If you
they're
play
not
Black
they're
Ops
not
6, it would scare the fuck out of you. You know the
brilliant.
mannequin scene from Village?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Black Ops 6.
Okay. You
Like
cleared it, didn't you?
Black Ops 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I was to reinstall that, would I still have access to that mission, or?
Maybe if you wanted to just skip all the military stuff and get straight to the spooky, scary
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
It's
So
like it's a
see,
bonkers plot, like, and it's
wow. Okay.
like again, I would rather separate it from the name Call of Duty.
Look, this is the thing.
But yeah,
Call of Duty is like the Fast and Furious series.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Family, man.
Yeah. So you like we watched the first you watched the first Fast and Furious movie,
I have.
and you were like, okay, so it's about street racers, VCRs, very grounded illegal crimes.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, the next time you hear about it, they're
Yeah.
going to space, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
What just happened? Yeah.
So
And that's how you feel about Call of Duty when you've been
this
out
is
of
a
the loop
Call of
for a
Duty.
while.
It's like
I know.
it used to be military, and now it's I don't know what the fuck it is. I was watching the trailer though, and just being like, why couldn't this be the Evil Within 3?
I know it does have those vibes. It's funny as well that you mentioned the Fast and Furious. So, like, you know, like a couple of weeks ago, we did the theme park pitch idea. And I had been over at Universal in Florida.
Yeah.
I went on the Fast and Furious ride.
Is that not just go karting?
I laughed. No, it's not. And I laughed so hard every time they said family. They say it a lot. They said it a lot. It was nothing like you would imagine a Fast and Furious ride would be. Because you would assume, you're like, yeah, either you get into a car and drive around,
Yes.
or it's like a super fast roller coaster. Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And it is neither of those things.
Is it slow and steady? Like
Yeah, you get on a party bus and there's a simulator around you and you get to kind of watch the heroes carry out an action sequence, and there's a really bad CGI Vin Diesel hanging out of a helicopter while it's flying. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, now you're up to date, Chris. You're absolutely ready for the last Fast and Furious movie. You know?
I laughed a lot on it, but we did not get on it again. But yeah, it's funny that you brought it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, so no, Black Ops 7, no, didn't catch your eye then. But I think
actually, to be and even just take it on a gameplay perspective, never mind any like the buzzwords that they would throw out, where it's like we're making something that's like never been seen before, and it's like this has been seen before multiple times. You aim down the crosshair and you shoot the enemy. We've seen
Eric,
that.
come on now.
What? What? That is how every.
This is how everyone feels as well about any time there's a dark fantasy game, you know?
That's only you. Everyone's loving the dark fantasy vibes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But that's
it's very hard to do any game now that feels or looks like something completely new.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's just about.
So I always question anyone who says we're doing something completely different and new, and no matter what it is. I go,
Yeah.
Are you though?
Yeah. We don't need new. We just need you to innovate on it. So, for instance, first-person shooters, they've all been very much the same. And then, which is you aim down the crosshairs and you shoot the gun. Then they brought on things like aiming down the sights. Holy fuck, what? We can aim down the sight. That's crazy.
And that was so cool when that first happened. Yeah.
And then they started to bring in things where like getting into cover. So like Far Cry 3 and Killzone 2 were like, I think the first ones really to really innovate at that. And actually, Far Cry 3 really pushed the boundaries of what you can do in a first-person game.
Yeah.
So I think my issue...
And so did, of course, the first Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, Call of Duty 4, absolutely. And that one actually more innovated.
On cinematic storytelling in the first-person perspective.
Yes, cinematic storytelling in the first-person perspective.
Yeah.
So I think my issue with a lot of first-person games nowadays is...
Do you feel like they peaked a long time ago?
Yes, and now they can't really...
And they can't seem to peak any faster.
Because Mirror's Edge did the parkour, which is like, that's new and innovative.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't really done
But
before.
now they're doing psychological horror, Eric, in a military shooter. It's never been done before. I don't know. It probably
That,
has.
that is.
But
You
that
are.
is, you know, they
No,
are doing
no, they
something
did it in
different.
6
They're
though.
pushing it though.
They did
Yeah,
it in
but
Black
what I'm
Ops 6
saying
though.
is they are, you know, they're pushing the Call of Duty storytelling. That's what they mean. Like, you know, they're doing something new with. Uh, you're gonna want to play it now. One thing that I thought was a new feature that I thought was a good idea, as in
Okay.
new for this, but not necessarily new, but it makes sense to the Xbox identity, because I think
Okay.
of like Gears of War and stuff, was
Mm.
the 4-player
Oh
cooperative
yeah, that's cool.
campaign. I was like, that's a good idea. I'm surprised they haven't done it before,
Mm.
and I like that you can do the whole campaign that way.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I also
I thought
like
that was
the.
cool.
I'm assuming the 4 actors are all recognizable. I just recognize the main guy was obviously Peter Petrelli from Heroes.
Oh, was it? I didn't collect that at
That's
all.
that's
Wow,
that's
wow, wow.
that's I can't. It's terrible. I don't
That's
know
a
the guy.
blast from the past, man.
I don't know the actor's real name for some reason.
Heroes,
Miles.
what a show.
What a show. Well,
Especially those
what
first 2 seasons. What a great two
what
seasons.
what what a season one.
I like the first 2 seasons.
What was the second season again?
Second season, oh, I never talking about heroes, but the second season was where
Oh, it's the
Hero had
immortal
gone back in
guy.
time and met the immortal
Yes.
guy, and then and in the future there was this plague wiping everyone out, and they were trying to stop that future from happening.
Yes. Yeah, no,
So
season
the
2
first
wasn't too
two were
bad.
good, and then it just went off the rails, I think.
Season 3 was fine, but then they did the whole like my dad is evil now and all
Mm.
that, and then season 4.
I think what we're trying to say is another
Anyway,
highlight
anyway,
from Gamescom 2025.
so that actor, anyways, the main guy in Black Ops 7, and Michael Rooker, I think, was on the cast as well. I think I saw Michael Rooker.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think it looks like a perfect Game Pass game. That's what I'm going to say.
I wouldn't disagree with that
You
one.
know what I mean? It's like yeah, jump in, have a bit of crack, whatever, but certainly not I'm going out to buy that game day one type thing. That's not where my interest lies. My interest lies more in, say, like we were,
Lego Batman.
yeah, or we were talking, you were talking there about like, you're not sure about Konami, you know? We're not really sure about Konami at the moment. But I think we're all very sure about Capcom, who seem to kill it. Have been killing it for years now. And even if it's a game you're not interested in, they seem to still excel in that particular game, you know? They had a huge presence at Gamescom. Not just
Mm.
opening night live, but at Gamescom in general. And also they had previews where they invited games journalists
And
to
they were
play a number of
mentioned
their games.
mentioned a lot as well throughout it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. So the first thing was there was the Monster Hunter thing. And
Right,
he mentioned
yeah.
there was going to be a crossover, and I looked at it and I went, wouldn't it be gas if it was Final Fantasy? And then I saw the Chocobos, and I went, no way, it's Final Fantasy! Which to me is a perfect collab anyway.
Yeah,
Again,
makes sense.
not a game I play, but like, I think we've said it before that Monster Hunter feels like Capcom's Final Fantasy franchise.
Mm.
And so this collaboration between the two of them, I think makes sense. I think they probably have a lot of shared fans, especially the 14 MMO and Monster Hunter. I think that collaboration back and forth makes a lot of sense to me. They had Onimusha showed up again,
Yeah.
and people have been playing previews of that and speaking highly of that. One game that wasn't at opening night live, but that people are playing, is Pragmata, right? You remember this game?
Is that Capcom as well?
That's Capcom as well, right?
The one with the little girl.
One with the
and-
little robot girl. She hacks the robots so that you can shoot them.
Yeah.
It's coming out next year. So, have you seen the like theories on Pragmata?
No, I haven't even actually seen the proper, because I think they did a full length gameplay preview. I think is on YouTube now. I haven't even seen that.
Well, I think it's more that people who have gotten to play it sharing their
Right.
experience, right?
Yeah.
So everyone who I've listened to so far, what the consensus seems to be is that none of them thought much of it in the lead up.
That's
But
yeah.
everyone who has played it has said, "Oh, this is really good." Like
Right.
it has surprised everyone. They didn't think they would like the hacking and shooting at the same time type thing, and yet they've all said they absolutely loved it and that they're looking forward now to Pragmata.
Cool.
But
Nice.
the other thing is, some people have theorized that Pragmata is actually secretly a Mega Man game. and I've started like connecting some dots. I don't know enough about Mega Man. I do know it's Capcom, so I know that
I
they
know
have
it's
the
a
rights to do it.
boy robot. That's what I know.
So the first time people made the little "is this actually a Mega Man" game was apparently there's a shot where the girl puts her hand up and she's got the big blue sleeve and the way it's shaped looks like the blue Mega Man gun, right? And I think
Okay.
maybe people jokingly said it first, like, haha, imagine if this was Mega Man. And then it made people go, but what if this is Mega Man? And then they started to kind of look, and apparently there's like things in it, like the little things you could pick up and stuff look the very same as the things you pick up in Mega Man, and it's a sci-fi,
Could
you're
you
shooting
fucking
robots.
this? Could you imagine? Because this would be like the Shadow Labyrinth as like a new version of fucking Pac-Man. If
Right.
Pragmata was a new version of Mega Man.
I'm not saying it is or that I buy into it. I don't know enough about Mega Man to
No,
really
no.
jump into it that far and be like, oh, I not in the same way as when people were like, oh, I think Abandoned is actually Metal Gear, right? Because they were like looking at
Silent
the
Hill.
or Silent Hill first and then Metal Gear. They were just like, I think it's Kojima. There was
Wait,
literally
which one are we talking about? Abandoned or the Phantom Pain?
Abandoned. Like at first they thought it was Silent Hill, then they thought it could be Metal Gear because there was the picture of the guy who looked like Solidus with the eye patch. And it was like,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
they were just
Sorry, yeah.
convinced it must be Kojima. But actually, the Metal Gear one is a good point. So when the Phantom Pain was coming out, and it was actually obviously Metal Gear, and people were able to see the sign. So I don't know enough about Mega Man to look for it in Pragmata and to deep dive.
Yeah.
So if other people out there know enough to be able to tell us, here's the evidence that it could be Mega Man, please share it with us because I love these kind of rabbit holes. Um, I'm not convinced either way really at the moment, but it would be cool if it was. Like that'd be a cool like
Yeah, what other like children's kind of old school arcade game are people gonna put a dark mature twist on? Is next fucking Sonic like and then
yeah,
uh
Mario.
yeah, I was about to say Mario, yeah, yeah. Fucking what else was there? Or one of those like arcade racing games. Ridge Racer. We're gonna turn Ridge Racer into a
It's a
dark
really
mature
dark,
fucking
gritty.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that Pragmata Mega Man theory is really like interesting, and I wonder,
That's funny.
and like it's not like Capcom have never done it before because all the marketing of Ori 7 before it became clear it was Ori 7 was not Ori 7. You know what I mean? Like at
Right.
first there was like the even the demo you could play, like even the kitchen it didn't actually say Resident Evil on it.
I just at the kitchen, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So and it was a different perspective, so it wasn't necessarily clear what it was. So it's not like Capcom have never reimagined their own stuff. But more likely than not, it's a brand new IP. But
Mm.
if anyone has like really concrete, no, like this is directly from this game and this is directly from that, blah, 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 please feel free to share it with us. But I think the most exciting thing to come from Capcom from Gamescom 2025 is, of course, another look at Resident Evil 9
Shocker. I'm shocked that you were
Requiem.
that you were excited about it. What? No
This is another
way.
one I
You're
wish this was coming out this year. I wish this was coming out for Halloween. You know?
Wait, did
but
they give us a
also,
date?
I will wait. Yeah, it's February. Next February 27th.
Ah, that's a weird one. It's not very Halloweeny. It's not very scary.
But as well, the fact that we're playing, like people are playing it now, I'm like, oh, I want it sooner. I don't want to wait that long. But
Yeah, but we'll get a demo because they always do demos.
we will, but we won't get one this year.
We'll get we'll probably get it in January.
Yes, at the earliest. But in saying that, so there was a trailer during opening night live, and it was a cinematic trailer. Visuals were gorgeous. The spooky man with the bag that killed the guy, that was all very scary and intense and holy shit. But also, I thought one thing that stood out, in particular for a Resident Evil game, was that the acting was good. And that's not a slate at previous Resident Evil games, but like, you know, like Ethan Winters does walk around going, oh my god, what happened? You know, it's very common. The Resident Evil dialogue isn't always pretty, like,
What are you
actually
talking about?
great.
Boulder punch an asshole. Brilliant, man.
But I love them. Like, I love them. But I do think that there's a different tone to the way the lines are being delivered here, which I thought was impressive.
Well, this is definitely gave me vibes of like even if you didn't do like all the monsters stuff, like if you got this to be a live action movie, let's say,
Mm,
this definitely gave me the vibes of a very good horror movie. So definitely like yes, a lot of the dialogue and delivery of dialogue tends to almost mimic those slasher college movie horror movies, right?
hmm
This one definitely had more of the vibes of like I suppose probably something like even though I haven't seen it, but from what I have seen, something like Weapons probably has very good acting and dialogue. Or if we get something like
Yeah, like
Quiet Place,
yeah, or more
even like
modern, yeah, like Jordan
yeah,
Peele stuff, like the
yeah,
modern take on horror movies where it's like the acting is on a whole new level, you know.
yeah, it's very
The
gripping and stuff.
monster is not the only star of the show.
Yes. So yeah, I definitely got that sort of vibe from this, especially with
Mm.
the helplessness of the character of Grace,
Yeah.
who seems very young and very out of her depth, with
Yeah,
this,
and
which is
vulnerable.
nice.
Vulnerable.
Yes, which is
Because I
nice.
remember the
Well, it's not nice. It's
was it
horrible
one of
for her,
the
but it's cool.
directors that said that, you know, the reason they made this character the playable character this time around is because they were like, we just don't feel like Leon, um, you know, to use him as an example, would get as scared anymore. He's an
Hmm.
action hero who kills these things as his job. So even a light switch breaking or a bit of, you know, something falling in the room is enough
Yeah.
to startle a normal person, you know?
Yeah. Who's yeah.
Whereas Leon S. Kennedy at this point, like, unless it's something really fucked up, I think he's kind of like, just another day at the office. Bum, 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 you know? Like, he
Yeah, but
literally plays monsters, like, you know? So he was
I
never
know,
going to
but
be, like, breathing heavy while he's walking around dark hallways. Whereas
y-
she will.
well, she from the gameplay we saw as well. So the Gamescom had the trailer,
Hmm.
and then there is now being previews of the gameplay.
Which
Not
was
only the
more interesting than the actual trailer.
Yes. Not only does she breathe heavy, she fucking walks heavy. Because the one I watched,
Yeah,
her footsteps were so loud. I was like, Jesus, where's that monster? Oh, it must be behind her. And then after a while, I was like, is that just her? Is she
yeah.
just fucking stomping around? Will you shut those boots up for fuck's sake?
That's to make
But
you scared.
I did honestly. I actually
How
like.
nervous are you of RE9 after seeing the gameplay?
Um, not I will be nervous playing the game for sure.
Yeah,
I will be slow
I'm
with it.
shitting a brick.
Um,
I
I
can't wait for it,
think
and I'm shitting a brick.
I think I was more like panicking about it for the same reason I panicked when watching guiding you to Resi 2.
Yeah. Or watching me
And
play Silent Hill 2.
yes, and you're just not fucking looking in the right direction. You're not doing the right thing, and I can hear the enemies coming, and then you're all like, "Huh, what?" Or you're not putting the key card in, and I know Mr. X is coming, so then I scare myself, even though I'm like, "Oh no, don't worry, Mr. X is not coming." But I'm like, "Oh no, wait, why did I say that?"
No, do worry, do worry.
So I was like that when I was watching this person in first person,
Yeah.
because I just didn't think the character was running. So I thought the
Yes.
character was walking away from the monster. I was like, "You fucking run! Will you just fucking run?" And then they're like, looking in every other direction. I'm like, "Will you just fucking stop? Will you just play properly?" Which is why I can't watch people play games. It annoys the
But I
shit
think
out of
like
me.
the importance of a preview though is they have such a short time with it, and they have to report on the quality of the game. So they can't
Yeah.
just play it. They have to look around to go, I noticed this
Oh, no,
detail, and I noticed this, and I
that's
picked
all
this up.
well and good to do that, but don't do it when the monster's chasing after you.
What do you think of the monster?
Fucking run! It's a big ass bitch, is what it is. Some people think that's Alyssa.
Interesting. It could be. It could be. I was like, what are they going to call this thing? And then I remember, do you remember the rumors, um, maybe a year, 2 years ago, that like the new enemies in RE9 were going to be Wendigos? And even though it hasn't got goat-like features, I just wonder, will this be referred to as a Wendigo because it picked up and ate a zombie? Which to me was like, is
Well,
that going to be
it
like,
picked up and ate a
it picked
dead
up
human. Yeah.
an infected person.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was affected.
So that's sort of like a cannibalism thing, because usually the infected don't eat each other. Like the
I
zombies don't ever like turn out. They always work together. Like look for fresh meat. They never eat each other. So to me, I was like, maybe that'll be like the reasoning for calling it a Wendigo, and maybe that's what it is. But the bit when it climbed up into the ceiling was when I went, "Oh fuck this," and people were like, "Yeah, no, it's very like Alien Isolation. Actually, it'll burst out of the ceiling looking for you."
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's what we saw." Because I remember when we first saw the trailer to this.
Oh, and when it climbs down the wall the first time.
Yeah, and I thought
Yeah.
because I said, "Oh, did you see that weird centipede lady monster?" So
Right, and
actually,
in the
this
first
is what I
shot,
saw.
yeah, it was, yeah, yeah. I think as
Uh,
well, its introduction is incredible.
yes, it's very
When you're looking
well.
at the body and you just see the hand pick it up, and then you see the mouth, and you're kind of seeing it in bits and pieces before you see the full thing. I think that's absolutely brilliant.
I actually
You
wasn't
didn't
too
like
much.
it, no?
No, I thought it would looked a bit too. It was too in your face to me that I was like, "Why is that thing not eating me first?"
Right, okay.
And it just felt a little like it was clipping into the camera. I thought it was like too close.
Oh, wait,
Um,
was yours in third person?
no, when the first time I saw it, it was first person.
Oh,
But it
okay.
just looked
Okay.
like it just looked like it was like of hovering over the camera, and I was like, dude, can you please take a step back so I can look at this
But
thing?
no,
Like,
that's all in cutscene.
yeah, so I didn't really like it
Okay.
because I was like, that why is it eating that thing before it's eating me?
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's a reason. Like maybe it's actually drawn to infected more than fresh meat. I don't
Maybe.
know. I have no idea. But I thought it was particularly scary to see the body first, get a jump scare from the body first, then to see the big hand just pull it off screen, and then to be looking up and almost in like an alien
Mm.
to see the mouth
And
like
the bet was
close
nasty.
up to the,
Yeah.
I thought that was just particularly scary. And to
No.
be like, what the fuck is this? Before if it's fully revealed, you know?
Yeah. No, I think I actually preferred seeing the gameplay done in third person. I think, but the thing that made
Hmm.
me go like, "Oh wow," because this is again, we've seen third person. We've seen Metal Gear Solid. Well, we've seen Metal Gear Solid, but we've seen Resident Evil in third person.
Mm-hmm.
It was when she was running and then she would trip and fall,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Which apparently
Because
she doesn't do in first person.
no, so apparently, if you're in first person,
Yeah.
because she doesn't trip and fall, this creature is faster. In third person, because she can trip and fall on things and bash off things and blah blah blah, which I think is really dynamic and cinematically cool,
Yeah.
it moves slower.
Okay.
Which is like that's really what is this engine? That's really cool. Like,
I think
um,
strangely enough, um, like to me, I've watched both perspectives.
yeah, yeah,
I think it's scarier in first person,
for sure, yeah, yeah,
and I think I want to play it that way, which sounds weird because I'm terrified. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
actually
You
think
crazy
it,
son of a
to
gun.
me, I think it looks better in first person. But I'm not against the third person thing, and I think it's really cool that they have the two perspectives. I've only heard one previewer say that there is a third option. I've heard no one else say this, so I'm kind of like, did
Is
he
that a thing?
mishear Capcom? Like someone at Capcom say this? Maybe it's not a thing, or where the game would like you pick this third option and the game would randomly select, not randomly, it'd be curated that, oh, this part will be in first person, this part will be in third person, to
Hmm.
make sure that you see things the way they want you to see it. I don't
Interesting.
know if that's true, but if that's a real thing, is that something you'd be interested in, or would you prefer to control it
I
yourself?
I think I'd do that after I've cleared it. So I think I'll play third person first,
Hmm.
just because I mainly prefer third person. I think there's a lot of added detail on the character of Grace and her movement and the
Yeah, yeah.
hair follicles and all that sort of stuff. And also, it's just I find, yeah, I just find playing third person a bit better. So I play it that way first, then I'll probably play first person. And if that is an option, then on my third playthrough, I play it that way because I can also imagine that being a little kind of annoying. So I wouldn't want to do my first playthrough that because that might get a bit jarring. But when I'm doing like a speed run, that might be an interesting thing, you know,
Hmm.
as a speed run. But yeah, when I saw the big lady thing, I was just like, wow, Demetresk is having a bad day.
She's like an amalgamation of a couple of different Resi enemies, but also I love that she's clearly like a monster, but she's also got human qualities enough where it's like there's a believability to that you were once human.
Yes.
You know, there's something grounded about this horrible thing. Um, I wonder how much she's going to stalk you. that might that might make this game um, very, very difficult for me. But I do think that they're clearly going for a sort of a culmination thing here. I think Ori 9 looks really, really exciting and like just clearly bringing in things. They really want to, it's not just a new entry, but it's, you know, part of the 30th year of Resident Evil. And they have said that this is going to be the last numbered Resident Evil game, which I thought was interesting.
Really?
They've said that. Right, whether they'll stick to it or not, I don't know, but they have said it. Right, how convinced are we that Grace Ashcroft is the only playable character in Ori 9? We've talked about this before, but at this point, how convinced are we? Because I'm not at all. I take bullshit, and especially with you mentioning Leon, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. We're playing as Leon at some point in this game. That's what I think.
So you think Leon, is that who you'd want to play as, or would you like to play as someone else?
My hope is that, and I think this would be the cleanest way to do it, because I actually agree with this new character as a what the fuck is going on. Experiencing all this horror through new eyes, I think, is a really good way to bring in both new players and to make old players feel like it's a new experience. I think most of the game should be played as her, but I think it's okay to have segments. So not necessarily like a scenario B. Segments where you play as Leon and Jill.
Ooh, Jill and Leon meeting in the video game world.
I think that'd be cool. I not playing
happened.
as and not them two of them together necessarily. I think so. When I say playing as Leon and Jill, I don't mean with them beside each other. I mean you play as Leon, and at other points you play as Jill. But yes, they would have to meet. And I think when I think about that, that if there is a third curated mode where Capcom choose what perspective you play in, then I think they would make you play as Grace in first person and Leon and maybe Jill or whoever it could be in third person. And that's the and that's why there's two perspectives. It's like one of them is the new style of Resident Evil and the other one is old school Resident Evil.
Interesting.
That's my theory.
I think they're all going to show up if this is
No.
the last numbered
All?
Resident Evil.
Who do you think you might play as? Do you think it'll just be Grace?
I'd say if
And I might mean it could even be just like a in Village that Chris moment.
yeah, you know what? No, I think there definitely is someone else because I think the last time you only played as one person was Resi's. No, actually.
Yeah, that's true. You changed character in Resident 7 as well. What is the last time you only ever played as one character in a Resident Evil game? Is it Ori 4?
Yes.
You know
Ori
what I mean?
4 is the last time you played as just one character.
Because
so
even
therefore...
like Revelations and stuff, I think you play as multiple characters. I think you play as like Barry Burton and Claire, or you know, I think in like the likes of the Umbrella Chronicles, you obviously play as multiple characters. Like it's a staple of Resident Evil that you do switch characters in a Resident Evil game usually.
Yeah, so you probably will have another character in it.
And if you want to get technical about it, you do play as, I know there was different versions and not in all versions, but you do play as Ada in Ori 4 in the real version.
Yes, you do. Well, not even just Ada, you play as Ashley. And that's in all versions you play as
Actually,
Ashley.
yeah. So yeah, you always change character at some point. So with that in mind,
Oh my god.
with that
Is this
in
a
mind,
revelation?
Resident Evil Revelations.
Oh
But
my god.
with that in mind, I'm convinced it's Leon. Because
be all of
as well, but if it had to be one though, when you think about the fact that one of the only locations we've seen so far in Raccoon City
It's the police station.
is the police station. I know that it's also associated with Claire, but let's be honest, we associate it more with Leon.
Well,
Because he worked there.
technically,
It was his first day there.
if we really want to be pedantic about this police station, Yes, it is associated with Leon. He joined the RPD. It was his first day. Yes, it could be associated with Claire because she went there. But why did she go there? Well, she was looking for her brother because he worked there too, who worked with
So did
Jill,
Jill.
and Jill worked there. But you know who blew up that wall, Chris? You remember that wall that got blown up?
Yeah.
You know who blew that up?
Who blew that up?
Carlos. So Carlos is at the RPD, Chris. And you know who else worked at the RPD? Barry Burt. And
I
Albert Wesker was there too. And so was Rebecca Chambers. And you know who Rebecca Chambers met in Resident Evil Zero? Billy
Billy
Cohen.
Cohen.
And Billy Cohen,
I
we
believe you.
haven't seen him.
I believe it. They're all coming back
They're all coming
in a
back.
portal scene on your left, and it'll be like the big and all they'll all run towards the zombies. And
Yeah,
and
they'll
the
do
villain
they'll
is
do a Mortal
Wesker.
Kombat. No, a Tekken on it. Where they don't use their guns. They'll just run up and start punching each other in their
Yeah.
Warzone moment. Uh,
But realistically, are we who we're expecting
Realistically, it's probably
we're
Leon.
expecting Leon? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they're
Cause
but I don't think they will. Do you think they will reveal that in any of the marketing, or do you think they will keep that a surprise?
I didn't keep the surprise. I think there's enough to show and do with Grace because
Yeah.
she's so new.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to show anyone else.
They
Because
can
even
keep surprises, yeah.
Resi 8, like, yes, we knew Chris was in it, but they never showcased gameplay.
And actually, they portrayed him as a villain in all the marketing.
Yes, true.
So they completely. He's even the cover of the game. In a really misleading half him, half werewolf, is the cover art for Village. They are, they have misled people before for the purposes of keeping secrets and keeping surprises, and they're quite good at it, actually.
Fair play to them.
Yeah, Capcom. What do
They
they call
should get into making games more often now. That's what
should.
they should do.
What do people call him? Cap God sometimes.
Do they?
Some people say Cap God now because Capcom have just been on like a winning streak for like the last 10 years or something. Well,
That's fair.
whatever year they released Resident Evil 7, from there onwards they've been just.
God, I'm assuming God
Whereas
Howard
they had a
has.
couple of years before that where it was like, oh god, Capcom
Yeah.
are wee.
Yeah. But I'm assuming God Howard has probably lost his title.
I'm sure he'll get it back. The moment they announced that Elder Scrolls 6 is actually coming out, people will just be like, yeah, we love him again. Yay.
It's the best thing ever.
Was Ori 9 your favorite thing from Gamescom 2025? Would it be the thing that caught your eye the most? That gameplay definitely caught my eye the most.
The gameplay did, not the trailer. I think
Yes,
from
the trailer,
just just from the opening night live, Jeff Keighley's opening night live, there's two things that caught my eye.
hmm
That was the Lords of the Fallen 2 and the Divine Comedy.
Okay, cool.
Those are the two things that mainly caught my eye. I like obviously it ended with the Black Myth Schwangan.
No, that's definitely not it. But
No,
I
no,
can't
it's
remember
not
what
at
it's
all.
called. But I was wondering actually before we finish up, did that catch your eye? Is that something you're interested in as someone who did
I
jump into
thought
Black
that
Myth
was
Wukong?
I thought that was a DLC. So I did have that
Yeah.
spoiled on me. I thought it was a
Oh, okay.
DLC. So when they said this is a game, that did catch my eye because I was like, oh damn, these people aren't messing around. Like they're
Yeah.
just boom. That was very quick.
I think even though the thing that caught my eye the most was the Ori 9 gameplay, and I'm obviously very excited for Ori 9, things that like made me jump out of my seat the most were like Legends mode coming to Ghosts of Yotei
Yeah.
and the Lego Batman game coming out that I didn't know about, so that was really exciting. But I think the visually most impressive thing, even if it's not a game that I think I would necessarily play, the visually most impressive thing I saw for the whole Gamescom was that tiger. When that camera goes on that
Pretty good.
tiger's face, I was just like, holy fuck.
Yeah, but that's
That
CG.
looks so impressive.
That was
But
CGI
like
though.
some of the visuals in Black Myth Wukong looked unbelievable.
Oh yeah, the visuals are very, very
So
good.
I'm not going
for
to
that
put it
game.
past them that that's in game. I'm just saying. I
Interesting.
mean for cutscenes. I don't mean for like
Yeah.
actual running around.
Interested to know, are you playing as a giant guy on a tiger? Is that the guy
Yes,
you're
I
playing
think
as
so.
the ghost hunter? Is that what they called him?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think you are playing as him.
Nice. Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You get to play as the giant guy.
Would
And then there
you-
is also DLC coming for the Black Myth.
Oh, is there so?
Well, Wukong. Yeah.
Ah. So is that one? Are you excited for that one?
But I'd have to go back
Have
and
to see more?
clear Wukong and also see that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is one of those things where I do think would have been better if they made it a little bit more like the God of War games.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can be
I would have preferred that
challenging.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, they can be challenging, but they're a bit more accessible, I suppose, by not being
yeah.
so
I'd love that
Souls-like.
because I was so excited for that game. Was
Mm.
there anything else that was a highlight for you from Gamescom 2025, or have we covered them all?
I think there's not from Gamescom, but there was two things that caught my eye, but not Gamescom. So,
What were the two things?
well, the poster you shared of me of Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yeah, there's a very small teaser trailer for that. Liev Schreiber is playing Sam Fisher,
Nice. So I'll probably watch that.
so that'll be
Oh,
coming. There's like a 45-second teaser just, but
uh,
I'm sure a proper trailer will come down the line.
sorry, three things. Devil May Cry season 2, that's
Oh,
coming.
I didn't see about that. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, that's coming. And I was like, all right, deadly,
Yeah,
because
great.
that was good crack. Episode 6 was amazing,
Yeah,
but that was a
season
good
one
crack
was good.
show.
Season one was good.
And then Blue Eyed Samurai, they're starting production on season 2 for that as well.
Amazing. So, bit of news from Netflix as well.
Netflix's animated department, which
Yeah.
I've been saying for years, is their best department for
Oh,
quality. For
wow. Really?
I just think consistently they just kind of make
They do make great
better.
stuff.
I just think their animated department makes good stuff a lot more
Yeah.
than their live action department.
I take whatever. I know I'm thinking way more single-mindedly, but I just think their Stranger Things department makes the best stuff.
Well, yes,
That's singularly, but yes, I suppose you're thinking more broader.
yes.
But now we'd love to hear from you guys. Please do share with us your personal highlights from Gamescom 2025. It may be some of the games that we mentioned, and if you want to give your take on like what really caught your eye, the way you're going to play Resident Evil, are you excited for Legends mode? Are you excited for Lego Batman? Are you excited for Lords of the Fallen 2? Like, if it was the games that we mentioned, cool, and give us your reasons why they caught your eye. But maybe it's completely different games that we missed or that didn't catch our eye that caught your eye. Please do share your take. If you're watching YouTube, jump down into the comments to share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this episode, please do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell for all future content. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you could touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take. Again, to give your take on Gamescom 2025. Lots more exciting games to come. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. We will be back to talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.